Okay, in this exercise, I want to talk a little about stock dividends. A dividend is when the corporation pays something to the owners. Usually it's cash, but sometimes it's more shares of stock. The journal entry to issue stock to the existing owners looks like this. You debit stock dividends. This is a contra equity account. Equity accounts have credit balances, but this is a debit balance, and so it will be subtracted from equity after we do this journal entry. We're going to credit stock dividends, not payable, because you pay cash. You're going to distribute, so they call it distributable. It's kind of like a liability. It's something that you owe and that you're going to give out. You're going to distribute. Now, how many shares are we going to give out? Well, let's see here. Let's read up here. Common stock, 280,000 shares authorized. Now, wait a minute. That means how many shares we have permission to sell, but that doesn't mean we have sold. 4,000 is the number of shares that we have sold. There's a par value on each of those shares. And so the value of the par of all those shares is 500,000. And the additional paid-in capital was 100,000. Okay, and retained earnings is 5 million. So how many shares have we issued? The answer is 4,000. What is the stock dividend going to be? 2%. So we're going to give 2% more shares to the existing shareholders. So the existing shares are 4,000. 2% more would be 80. We're going to distribute 80 shares. And what's the market value of these shares? 160. So if we had cash to give, we would be giving 160, but we're giving stock instead. And we'll multiply 167, I should say. Now that equals 13360. We're going to credit the stock dividends distributable for 4,000 times 2%, which is 80 shares. But we're going to credit this for the par value. What's the par value? Can't see it up here. Oh, right there. Par value is 125. So that means this comes out to, is that 10,000? Now you plug the difference, 3360. That's going to be credited to APIC, additional paid-in capital in excess of par hyphen common stock. We always credit the APIC account for a plug number, whatever is needed to make the journal entry balance. Okay, so that's the basic. And then down here, when we finally distribute this, we're just going to debit the stock dividends distributable and credit common stock. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to use this space to answer the question B1 and B2. Now, I have a screenshot here, so I can't actually scroll it. But I'm going to do B1 and B2 right now. Now, question B1 says, what is the value of the common stock, the APIC common stock, and the retained earnings, and the total owner's equity before the stock dividend? If you read in the paragraph, it says the common stock had a value of 500,000. The APIC, right here, 100,000. Retained earnings was given to us as 5 million. So what's the total equity before we issued common stock? It was 5600. Okay, and then when we issued stock, we did this above journal entry. How did that change things? Let's see. This stock dividends is going to be subtracted from retained earnings in the closing entry process. So that's that number. Now what about this number here, 10,000? How is that going to affect? That's going to increase our common stock. So there's that. And then the last one, the APIC is also going to increase. So this journal entry will have this effect on these accounts. And let's calculate after. 510. Let's see, 103,360. 4,986,640. What's the total? 5,600. All right, what are we supposed to see with this exercise? Questions B1 and B2. Notice that before this stock dividend, this was our equity, and after the stock dividend, equity has not changed. So what have we actually given to these people? The company doesn't have any more money, it doesn't have any less money, and it doesn't have any equity change. So what have we really given them? Now that's a question to ponder. Why would you give a stock dividend to somebody? Well, you're not really giving them very much. We'll leave it at that.